Hey guys, how's it going? How's it going, guys? Right, I am just going to jump right in and get this going. I don't want to waste any time, so let's just jump right in and get straight into it, okay? Alright. I got my notes because I like to take down a bit of notes. But yeah, guys, make sure you do your own research and only take what resonates for you guys, alright? Only what resonates for you. And for your highest good and for your ascension path and for your journey. Yeah, alright. So recently I did a video and yeah, it was about dimensions on top of dimensions, like having a version of ourselves in other parallel worlds. And we do live these lives in other parallel worlds and universes. I know, as daunting as that sounds, it is in fact actual true, you guys. Alright? All you need to do is do a lot of research and you'll find the truth, right? You'll find it is happening. Okay, guys? So right now I'm just going to jump straight into my notes and bring this to you, because in the first video of a download that came through, I wanted to share that with you guys. So if you haven't seen that video, it's the one just before this one. Okay, guys? We live in a parallel universe, many worlds of interpretation of quantum mechanics. And there is infinite number of universes. In each of them, there is a version of us living lives in those parallel worlds. Now, that is super, to me, that is super amazing. There's an infinite number of universes, and each of them, there is a version of us living in these parallel worlds. There's not just a single parallel world, you guys. There's infinite universes. Oh, I know. And I've just mentioned that just recently I did a video of that, and you can go and check out that video and have a look exactly what it is that video is all about. So you go and have a look, and yeah, it's just going to give you a deep level of information. It's going to give you a whole lot of perspective as well. So go check out that video. It's just before this one, and if you can, watch that one before this one. Alright, so it just ties it all in together, you guys. Alright, so where am I? And yeah, parallel worlds, and there are versions of ourselves, right? Of yourselves living another life in these other worlds. And so during sleep, your soul will awaken in another dimension. And I think what happens is that when your soul awakens in another dimension, okay, in another world, a parallel world, one that just is totally different to what you're living in this reality, this world, I believe that a percentage of your consciousness is actually in that parallel world. So you're actually remembering, okay, remembering what's going on in that world and in that life, okay, because it's another version of you living another life. And it's like so, I mean, okay, we all know that they feel real, they are real, and they are us. And you're part of your consciousness when you go to sleep, say like here in this reality, when you go to sleep, a part of you awakens in that other parallel world, and that is part of your consciousness that is, how do we say, traveled? Do we say traveled? Or that just wakes up in that parallel world, because they wakes up in that parallel world, so it's got like a remembrance, right? So during sleep, your soul will awaken in another dimension, living a completely different life. So I experienced in being another life. I experienced being in another life where my life could have possibly, yeah, I'll share this with you guys. I actually woke up in another life that I was living. Another version of myself living in another life, in another world, in another reality. So I woke up, a part of my consciousness woke up in that reality. And before I woke up in this one, I was approached by a bear. A bear, you guys. Just, I was like walking up like really fast to me. Like I was sitting at this table, it was like a picnic table. And I was sitting at this table and this bear, I saw this bear come around the corner and I instantly froze. It was like, don't move and it may not see you. But that didn't work. Actually, it saw me. And instead of walking over, just to be curious or anything like that, it started running at me. And I'm like, okay, if I was frozen before, I'm frozen now. Like really frozen. And I could feel myself scream for help, right? And it was like the words came out of my mouth like, help. And then I actually felt myself wake up in this reality, like about to scream that out of my mouth. And I just woke up and I'm like, whoa. And then all morning, this morning, I couldn't help but think that my life had ended and that version of me ended in that life, being attacked by a bear. Or, I mean, I actually don't know, because I woke up in my body, in my vessel, in this reality right here, in this version of me right here. So I don't know if I survived it, or if anyone came to my aid, or if anybody came to help me. All I know is that this bear running at me, and that was it. I woke up here in this reality world. So that was as terrifying and as scary as that was. I possibly lost my life, a version of myself in that life. So yeah, anyway, but that's all part of life, you guys. All part of life is life and death, and it can happen any way or anyhow. All right, situations are like that, and there is when your time is up, your time is up. Okay, so that was quite a bit scary. So yeah, as terrifying as that was, and it is a possibility that I may have been killed in that version of myself in that world. So, yeah. Alright, so let me tell you something. If you don't already know this, or can I please remind you guys, that this truth is recorded in your vessel, your avatar. This. Alright, everything, all the information is recorded right here in this. And it is information from past lives, future lives, and everything. Okay? Everything of your history, your lives, your past lives, future lives, everything is recorded in here, in this avatar, in this vessel. DNA, if you like to call it. Alright, so I've taught in other videos that there are dimensions on top of dimensions, and every it's simultaneously one on top of the other. Alright, you guys, so we've got worlds on top of this world, dimensions on top of this dimensions. Alright, so in this current reality, while making this video, there is actively currently happening in another dimension, and so on and so forth, right? All happening all at once, yet we can't see each other, we can't hear each other, and we can't interact with one another. Everything happening simultaneously, all in different dimensions, and these dimensions on top of one another, and yet we can't see each other, we can't interact with each other, we can't, communicate with each other, right? We just can't do it. We're on different frequencies and levels, right? They're in another dimension, we're over here in this dimension. It's multiverses, parallel worlds. Wow. Alright, so have any of you all done your research? Yeah, you've all done your research. Have you all looked into the times of Sumeria and the times of what's it called? Mesopotamian ancient history, Sumeria ancient history. Alright, have you looked into that, guys? Do some research on it. Dig deep. Alright, the gods, they used devices, and these devices could open portals into other worlds. They could open like one door, close it behind them, and go through to another. I mean, like, wow. They had advanced technology, and we would have had that advanced technology here. But the fact is that we're not even ready for that kind of technology. And so that's why we've only got what we have at the moment. Okay, until Elon Musk may come up with a way of, being able to create something where we can open doors and go into different dimensions and worlds and portals. How cool would that be? That would be super, super amazing, you guys. Alright, so yeah, those in the Sumerian tablets and Mesopotamian tablets, they had information there where these things they look like handbags. They actually, it's kind of like it looks like it's got a handle here and a little bag underneath kind of thing. They actually look like handbags, but I honestly think they're not handbags. They're like something that you pick up and you just click it into something, or you probably can click it into a wall, or it is something that you hold a certain way and it opens up something else so that you're able to migrate into another time and space. So, that would be totally cool. Totally cool. If we could have that here today, I'll be like, oh my god, let's go. Let's go exploring. It'll be a massive and amazing adventure, you guys, to go on. Wouldn't it? Yeah, of course it will. Alright, so if you have, then you will also discover that in their possession, devices, yes, just as I was saying, devices that allow them to move between worlds and dimensions. And a lot of these evidence and proof can be found in those ancient tablets. Those ancient tablets have all the history, all the information, and you just have to go and do some research, have a look at it, and there is all the answers right there before you. I mean, wow. You've just got to go back over history and over the books and have a look. It's amazing. Amazing technology. And again, it's like technology that has passed through worlds. If you think for a moment, okay, they made all these movies. There's a lot of movies that came out where there are parallel worlds. I mean, think about, I think it was on Star Trek. There's one movie on Star Trek where all the all the actors and people, they met with themselves, right? They how do you say, not beam me up, Scotty, they project into another time, another place, and they end up meeting themselves, like coming face to face with themselves. And that's on Star Trek, you guys. So I can't remember which one it was, which series of Star Trek it was, but there are a lot of movies that are made now where they meet themselves and or another version of themselves in another world. And just like that movie Doctor Strange, right? If you haven't seen that, go and watch that, where he meets himself in other worlds and dimensions. So alright, back to my notes. So movie producers and directors are creating these movies to wake us up, and this truth, because wake us up to this truth, because we're behind in this knowledge and information. So we haven't been educated about the truth yet. So they are slowly sparking our curiosity, bringing about an awakening or even a remembrance, right? So, yeah, you think that movies made about beings that have the technology to pass through worlds are fiction? Oh my God, you guys. Think again. Alright, think again. When you experience an ascension and awakening, and you level up to a higher state of consciousness awareness, and then you have these remembrance coming back to you, and then you remember who you are, right? You remember exactly who you are. Oh boy. And then you start to remember a lot of things, because a lot of that information is recorded right here in your avatar. Wow. Yeah, I know, right? So listen, you guys, there's coming a day and a time when we will be able to move freely through these portals, doors to other parallel worlds and dimensions, like benevolent beings, right? Benevolent beings of the past. They were able to do that. They were able to move between worlds, you guys. Wow. And there's another movie, it's called They Live, right? Have you guys seen it? Have you guys seen that movie, They Live? Where in one part of that movie, they opened up a doorway and they were able to, teleport into another space and time, just like that. They were able to do that. They were able to open a door and be in another room and close that door behind them. So watch that movie, They Live. Go and watch that movie. You'll see it on there. But a lot of these movies are bringing the truth to us, you guys. Alright. So yeah. Alright. So go and watch those movies. And a lot of movies that are out are actually telling us. They're just, how do you say? They're just movies that are awakening us and bringing the truth to us, you guys. Alright, guys? Alright, so let's go even deeper now. So there are higher dimensions and there are lower dimensions. Oh my God, I am going to get into this with you guys. And please, only take what resonates for you and leave the rest. If it doesn't resonate for you or to you right now, come back in another time, or come back another time, another day, another month, another year or so. Have a listen to this video and what I'm sharing with you guys, and it may resonate for you then. Alright, so let's go even deeper. There are higher dimensions and then there are lower dimensions. There is a video that is made on YouTube. I can't remember the name of that YouTube video, where he's talking about harmonic universes. We're talking about harmonic universe 1, 2, and 3. These are the higher dimensions of harmonic universe 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and harmonic universe 1 is dimensions 1, 2, 3, and 4. Harmonic universe 2 is 5, 6, 7, 8. Harmonic universe 3 is 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright, and so forth and so forth. So in other dimensions where it's lower dimensions, there are kind of like a mirror. It's like mirroring the higher dimensions as opposed to mirroring like for the lower dimensions. Okay, guys? Alright, so anyway, there are higher dimensions and then there are lower dimensions. And yes, I did teach about higher dimensions where it's all high vibrational frequency. So in higher dimensions, my friends, family, soul family, and star seeds, and way shows, light workers, whatever you want to call it, there are higher dimensions. Alright, there's a higher dimension and level of state of consciousness awareness that you can be in, and then there is a lower dimension of that as well. So don't forget, there's always an opposite, right? Opposite of up is down, opposite of left is right. Okay, opposite of high dimension is also going to be lower dimension as well. Alright, so where did I get up to? So yeah, I taught about those, and where it is all high vibrational frequency. All in heaven light. Those are the high dimensions, you guys. Alright? Higher dimensions is like heaven light. It's high frequency, high vibration. It's all benevolent. It's all positive. Okay? So it's all good and it's all beautiful. Alright? There's love, there's peace, there's divine. Alright? So anything that is in low vibration is quite the opposite. Alright, you guys? Okay, so now, yeah, we'll talk about the lower dimensions. Alright? So what is it? And what does that look like? Alright, what can we learn from these lower dimensions? And what is the purpose of those lower dimensions? Alright, you guys. Okay, so here it is. Okay, here it is. So we have higher dimensions where everything is high vibrational frequency. These are where ascended masters have ascended to higher frequency, higher vibration, higher states of consciousness awareness. They are in higher dimensions because they've raised their energy frequency, vibration to a certain level of frequency and vibration, right? So they're on a higher level of dimension. Okay, so you'll know that when we incarnate into this planet Earth, right, we learn to grow, we are educated, right, we evolve, right, and have a lifetimes of lessons to learn. So we learn quite a bit. So what is it? And what does it look like, these higher dimensions? What can we learn from these lower dimensions? And what is the purpose of it all, right, you guys? What is the total purpose of it all? Well, so, funnily enough, just stick with me, guys, and please like this video, you guys. Please like and share. So funnily enough, we either move up a level or we drop a level. Either way, we learn lessons, helping us to never repeat them, right? So either way, we learn our lessons. So what does that mean? What exactly does that look like? Okay, so right now we're in a time of ascension, right? This is the golden age. This is the time of ascension. People are experiencing awakening, going through awakening, and going through their ascension, going through dark night of the soul, going through, purging, shadow work, and doing all the house cleaning of their vessel avatar bodies, right? To raise the energy, frequency, vibration, to raise your vibration. because you've been in a low vibration for such a long time, right? You've been living in a low vibration for such a long time, and it's time to raise your energy frequency. It's time to raise your vibration, right? This is what all part of the ascension journey is all about. This is all part of the ascending, you guys, all right? Rising in energy frequency, rising in vibration, okay, guys? Getting yourself out of the muck and the low vibration that you once were in. But now, because now that you're ascending, right, you're ascending to higher states of consciousness awareness, you are raising your body, you're raising the energy frequency of your body, your vessel, your avatar. Okay, guys? So when you are ascending, you know, everything, there's a shift that is happening. You've activated you're activating light codes, right? Here, you're activating blueprints, again, right there, right, guys? Activating this, DNA, right? Activating everything, you guys, all right? And so this is all part of the ascension journey. This is all part of the raising of the vibration frequency. Right, let's get to the point of higher dimensions, right? So we raise our frequency, energy, vibration, and we raise that up as high as we can. It's all part of ascension. It's all part of your journey. All right, so when we are in, and there's a low vibration that we can go into, all right? There's a low vibration that we are in, and that will be the first, second, and third dimension. This is like the first, second, third is the harmonic universe 1, all right? So, when we're still plugged into the 3D matrix, and what I mean by the 3D matrix is when we're still plugged into our programming, right? We're in that low vibration. It's a low vibration. It's dense. It is heavy. And it is very low, you guys. Okay? And so much is going on in that harmonic universe 1, which is dimensions 1, 2, and 3. Alright? And possibly 4, but 4 can be like in between 4 and 5. Alright, guys, this is like a middle kind of like this is just a fly on the wall. Anyway, watching me wanted to be part of the video. Alright, get back to where I was talking about. So yeah, harmonic universe is 1, which is first dimension, second dimension, third dimension, and between 4 and 5, all right, middle ground kind of thing. Okay, so in the harmonic universe 1, there can be, they're in a low vibration. It's dense and it's heavy, and there's a lot that can just be weighing on you as well. And so a lot of people that haven't actually experienced awakening are still living by their programs, and sometimes their programming is like filled with such low vibration, right? It's a low vibration. It is dense, and it's like that until you actually experience ascending out of that. You ascend out of that low vibration frequency. You ascend out of dimensions 1, 2, and 3. All right, you ascend out of that. You're unplugged from the programming, where it's dense, heavy, and it is just, oh my God. I tell you what, when you experience awakening, when you experience truth, right, when you come to a realization that you have been asleep and that you have been living a certain way and that you had been programmed and you've been living by those programs. And when you experience awakening, there is no going back, right? There is no going back. When you see the truth, you cannot unsee it, you guys. And this is what I'm trying to bring to you. This is what I'm trying to share with you, is that once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Alright, guys? But when you are actually in low vibration, you don't see anything. All you see is what you think is your normal life, and that you live in that life, and you live in that certain way. You live a certain way, eat a certain way, do a certain way. You do you a certain way. You do others a certain way, right? Because that's all you know. And you're in that low vibration, and it can be like really negative. It can be really low vibration. Okay? Alright. Now, let's get deeper into this. Right. So, let's talk about this. Nightmares. Do you think dreams, okay, when we're having them, do you think those nightmares, right? Do you think those are just dreams and that we just have and they're spooky, scary? And, it's like, oh my God, that was a dream and I'm glad I'm just awake and, blah. For example, what I had shared with you guys about a version of myself being in another time and world, parallel world, right, universe, and where a bear was starting to approach me, and a percentage of my consciousness was in that moment and in that time, and I know for a fact that it was real. It was actually physically real, because I instinctively remember holding this ashtray. It was kind of like the size, maybe about 3 times bigger than this. 3 times bigger than this, and I was holding on to it, right? And I remember picking it up, and as the bear got closer, I was going to strike it like really hard with it, because it was heavy and it was like a rock. So I grabbed it, and you know what? Maybe I did survive. I don't know. But I grabbed this thing that was like heavy and was the only weapon that I had to protect myself from this bear. And this bear that just came at me, and I instinctively remember my hand going down like this, and as my hand went down like that, and I yelled for help, right, I woke up. I woke up in this reality. Yeah, I mean, wow. So, dreams are not actual dreams. They're actually your version of you in a parallel world where we're living in multiverses. Multi-parallel worlds or versions of yourself living in different other worlds, guys. Alright? So you think those nightmares are dreams you're having? Do you think that you had a dream and while you're having them? Or, it's a dream and it's like, I mean, can I wake up? Can I just wake up from this dream now? But, it's like a percentage of your consciousness is going to wake up and it's going to come back here. Alright? Which it did. Okay. So you see, guys, when we experience what we perceive as a dream, be it good or bad, this is where you're at, in that level of vibration. Okay? So, apparently, when we are, I'm just going to close my notes here and share a little bit with you guys. So, apparently, when we're in a low vibration, we may end up in a situation where it might not be a good situation, where it might be a bad situation. So, in that dimension, right, in that dimension, in that parallel world, they may be in low vibration frequency. And so they need to raise their energy frequency vibration to not put themselves in that situation. Alright? So it's like, even here, I mean, we live a beautiful life. When we raise our energy, frequency, vibration, we attract all that is beautiful and good to us. When we're in low vibration and heavy and dense, we attract not all good and beautiful and nice to us. You know, we attract karma instead, and we create karma instead. Alright? So my point is that in low vibration, I might have been in a low vibration in that dream. I might have been in low frequency, energy vibration in that dream, and I attracted something like that. Oh my goodness. I mean, rather, you know, be in a place where I'm safe, right? Where I know that I'm safe, where I know that I'm going to be okay. I go on a picnic, and you know, maybe there are signs around that says bears. So, you know, to make me aware that there's a bear kind of thing. Anyways, just wanted to share that with you guys, okay? Alright, so let's get back into it. Getting on with my notes. And so, yeah, being in a low vibration and as a version of yourself and living in another world can attract that kind of thing. So we just have to just be careful and, you know, we raise our energy, frequency, vibration, and it's meant to, you know, if we're ascending here, then the version of ourselves should be ascending in other dimensions as well, because we're collapsing all of that down into one, which apparently here is the main one. Alright, you guys? So I remember and distinctively remember Ishmael teaching that, is that we are collapsing all of those realities down into one, which is the main one, like right here. So all other realities, other versions of your lives, parallel worlds, universes, dimensions, are raising their energy, frequency, vibration. They are ascending. So all other planets, all other worlds, all other universes are ascending as well. And yeah, so here in this is the main one, I believe, and also as Ishmael has also taught about that as well. Alright, so we are either ascending or descending. So descending means to be descending into lower vibration, and, you know, ascending is higher vibration. So where you create your reality and your highest positive timelines, yeah, where you create your reality and highest positive timelines, here or in another parallel world or dimensions, right? So all other versions of ourselves are either ascending or are in lower vibration of descending. Alright, so descending, it just means that you are in low vibration and you're descending all the way into that reality. Okay, guys? So all other versions of selves are either ascending or descending. Whichever one you are as the reality you create and experience. I mean, that is so true, you guys. Whichever frequency, vibration you are in, whether you're in high vibration or low vibration. If you're in a low vibration, you're going to experience that reality. If you're in a high vibration, you're going to experience that reality. Alright, so it's either one or the other. Okay, guys. Alright, so, yeah. Alright, what have I got here with my notes? Where did I get up to? So if you are with a dark, if you got a bit of dark shit in your life, I suppose, you'll be on a low vibration frequency, right? Anything that is in, is quite the opposite. Alright? Oh man. So it's, a low vibrational frequency that will open up a timeline and to dark shit happening in another parallel world. Alright guys, so oh my goodness. So the reality of that other version of myself experiencing being attacked by a bear would probably have myself sitting in a place or being in a place at that moment in time, right? And probably being warned that there are bears, or something like that, and then having to experience getting attacked by a bear. Oh my goodness. And whether I survived it or not, I don't know. And that version of me in that universe and parallel world could mean that might have been the end of my life there. I might have been ripped and shredded to pieces by a bear. Wow. So yeah, okay. Not a nice thing to be experiencing, and if I probably, yeah. Alright, well, that's just how that ended. Alright, so in all these dimensions, it will feel like a nightmare, and that felt like a nightmare because, something to happen like that. It felt real, and that's because it is real, and you do experience those versions and those lives in other universes. It is infinite. You are infinite versions of yourselves living in other worlds, parallel worlds, multiverses. Alright? So this is why this ascension is called the Age of Aquarius. The Age of Aquarius is big. This is the big one. So not only are we ascending in this dimension and this time, but we are ascending in all other dimensions, all other parallel worlds, all other universes, and all the multiverses, and all the galaxies, and all the planets. We are ascending. This is the big one, you guys. Alright? So everybody has free will, though. We all have free will. We all have free will. We can choose to ascend, or we can choose to remain in low vibration. And to be quite honest, I wouldn't want to remain in low vibration, because low vibration, you go through experiences of everything that is negative, everything that is conditioned, everything that is just the complete opposite to love, peace, harmony, and kindness, and all that is beautiful and all that is good in your life. Okay, and because we go through a dark night of the soul as well, it is like getting tossed around like a rag doll in a washing machine. That's what the dark night of the soul is like. Because we got to clean up this house, right? There's so much shit and junk and everything that's gone on in this vessel avatar body that we have to come to a place where we need to clean it up, and get it nice and spick and span, you guys. Alright, so yeah, so we chose right, where did I get up to? So yeah, they chose what they think or believe is the easiest way and path, and this is what it is. This is what it's like for those that choose not to ascend. They choose their path, right? If they choose not to ascend, it is free will. Everybody has free will. And so, yeah, they choose the path which they believe is easiest path for them, and they stay with it. So you heard it here first, you guys, okay? Attention comes from vibration, alright? So not from volume. Attention comes from vibration, not from volume. So ponder that for a minute. Think about that for a minute. Yeah, okay. I thought about it. So many people are uncomfortable with the change, though. It's a change to ascending, and it's a change that is happening in your life for the better. Alright, We don't want to stick with what we are used to and what we have been raised up all our lives to be like and be a certain way. Because, I mean, growing up, you're going to have a whole lot of muck and shit in here because there are things that need to be healed, right? We can need to do some healing. There's a lot of wounds, a lot of traumas that have happened in the past, right? And we need to clean it all up, right? There's a built-up of muck, you guys. Built up of muck and shit and everything that's happened, right? And so we need to clean it up, okay, you guys? Alright, so, what else can I share with you guys? So, yeah, I took down a few notes and, just randomly go through them, share with you guys, and hopefully teach you a little bit of something. Alright. And yeah, many people do get uncomfortable with change and don't like it, So they'll stick to what is comfortable and what, they stick to the familiar, right? And what they're used to. Alright, so this is heavy and dense vibration. Has a huge effect on how all versions of selves and other realities, parallel dimensions, experience and go through, you guys. Alright? So you think those are nightmares that you're having or had? Well, there's a word that people use sometimes, and that word is sleep paralysis. Now, I know you guys have had that experience. I mean, once in your lifetime, have experienced sleep paralysis. I think it's sleep paralysis, or it wouldn't be sleep analysis. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's sleep paralysis. Hold on, you guys, if I got any information on that. Oh yeah, sleep paralysis, that's what it is. It's where they awake from what they perceive as being a nightmare, okay? Just like what I experienced with the bear. Alright? So, and they're woken up from where you experience where you cannot move. Apparently sleep paralysis is where you are in this sleep-like state and you're having this really bad nightmare, like you've been attacked by something or someone, and you can't move. It's like you're on your bed and you feel like you're wide awake, but you can't move. Here's the thing. When you're in a parallel world, right, when you're in another version of yourself in another world and you're going through this experience where you feel like you cannot move, so like the dream that I had with the bear where I froze, right, it was like I froze from fear, okay, and sometimes fear tends to do that to people. They will freeze. Alright. It's I wouldn't say that it's an emotion that you feel because it's fear, right? You have a fear of something just triggered that emotion within you to fear whatever it is, and then you freeze. Alright? So in my experience in this other version of myself, where I was approached by a bear, I still managed to pick up this, whatever it was that I was holding in my hand, to strike it, to protect myself. So that was the last thing that I did, and trying to yell for help. I actually did scream help. I yelled help in that version of myself in another world. But when I woke up, those words didn't come out of my mouth. And I thought, oh no, In that moment I was lying in my bed, awake, and had awoken from leaving that version of myself where a percentage of myself came back into my body, I thought to myself, oh, I hope I survived. I hope I survived in that other world and dimension. That's the first thing that came to my thoughts upon waking, was that I hope that I had survived in that other version of me in another dimension and time, because it all happened so fast, and my hand just came down on top of its head like that. So yeah, yeah. Alright, so let's keep going. So yeah, but that's kind of like paralysis. That's where it's like you freeze and you can't move because there's fear. Alright, and this is what's happening. This is what's happening with people when they freeze. There's fear. Alright, and some of them think that they're wide awake, but you're still in that version, in that world where it's happening. And it's happening, guys, because you're in a low vibration. Alright, low, dense frequency vibration, and it's happening. That is all happening to you because you're in that low vibration. And see, me in that other version of myself in another universe may have been in a low vibration at that time, and yeah, attracted trouble to myself, right? Because a low vibration is attracted to low vibration. Low frequency attracts low frequency, and high frequency vibration attracts all that's beautiful and all that is good to you. Attracts good people, attracts people that of the same frequency, energy, vibration, which is a much higher frequency vibration. Alright, so as where they wake, we're talking about paralysis, is where they wake from what they perceive as being a nightmare that they've woken up from and can't move, or even bringing with them an entity. Hello, guys. Oh my goodness. Bringing with them an entity from that nightmare, that dream, where they perceive that they're being attacked by something. Alright, coming back into this reality and time and space. Ugh. Alright. So yeah. So yeah, you guys. So that is this is the kind of experience you can have when you're vibrating at a low frequency energy vibration. So if you're watching this video right now, I really encourage you to just go into high vibration frequency. Ascend, you guys. This is how we have the best experiences that we can have in our lives, is when we are ascending right here. This is the main age of Aquarius, where we experience awakening, where we do all the inner work, alright? The inner work of raising your frequency, energy, vibration. Doing whatever it takes, you guys. Whatever it takes to ascend here in this reality, so that all versions of yourselves and all other dimensions and parallel worlds or universes are also ascending as well. And you're going to be able to help, right, those other versions of yourselves ascend. By doing the work here, you're also ascending there as well. Oh, wow. I hope that made sense. Yeah. Alright. Let's talk about Jesus right now. Jesus did the prime example. He gave us the prime example in his teaching, right? So he descended all the way down into the depths of hell. That's how they put it and worded it, right, in the Bible, is that he descended into the depths of hell. In other words, okay, let's get that image out of everybody's head. Hell, right? Brimstone, fire, fiery place, you know, where you burn for lifetimes of lifetimes of lifetimes up. Alright, get that image out of your head, anything like that. Okay, so what this is that, in other words, other dimensions and low vibration frequency is what it is. There are versions of yourselves in these. Hold on a second, my phone just done something. I don't know why it did that. There are, hold on. So all these other parallel worlds and dimensions. No, that's not it. I lost my line. Oh, here it is. So in other words, other dimensions in low vibration frequency, there are visions of yourselves in these lower dimensions experiencing life in low vibration. This is why this ascension of the age of Aquarius is now. It is the big one. It is to activate ascension in all these other parallel worlds and dimensions by you ascending in this timeline and reality. So when Jesus descended in frequency vibration, he experienced life in low and dense reality situation. He didn't experience life in the pits of hell where, you know, there's brimfire and burning for all eternity and all that kind of crap. No. And he didn't go into a place where there's monsters and, deformed monsters and all that kind of crap. No. He actually went into a low vibration frequency, dense and heavy frequency. Alright, you guys? So, yeah, he experienced life in low, dense reality situations, and even in other dimensions. So, in every other dimension that he would have been in, he would have experienced that low vibration frequency. He descended into low vibration. Right? Dense, heavy, negative, dark, low vibration. Okay, guys? It's the total opposite to ascending and to being in high frequency, higher states of consciousness awareness. You go into a place where it's low and dense and you're unaware, your consciousness is like not at that level of awareness. Okay, guys? Alright, let's keep going. So, yeah, his only ticket out of the mess that he went into in that frequency vibration was to rise and ascend. Simple. And that's why we're in this age of Aquarius now. We are ascending to higher states of consciousness awareness. Alright? So we have all of this info stored inside of our vessel, right? Avatars. In the books of history we call it DNA. So we are, all of the information is locked away right here, okay, waiting to be activated by you to remember your truth. Exactly what I just said, to remember your truth. Come on now. Oh, come on, guys. This is all part of ascension. To remember your truth, to remember who you are, and that you are consciousness awareness, that you are soul, spirit, consciousness. Alright? This is your vessel avatar. Okay? And you go through these experiences. Hold on, what else have I got here? And we are activating light codes, blueprints. Alright? Yep, that's what we're doing, right? We're doing that as well. Activating light codes, blueprints of our vessel and ascending. Okay? But yeah, as I've got in my notes, only you can do the work, you guys. You are your own savior, and only you can do the work. So what you know, you can't explain, but you can feel it. Right? Alright, so yes, you guys, that's what I wanted to share with you. And I know it's pretty long, but man, I tell you what, It's good information. It's good to learn all of these things, and also look at history. Go and look at the history of Sumerian tablets and Mesopotamian tablets. Go and have a look at those. Go and have a look at the history, and it even talks about the Anunnaki and all the gods as well. So you might want to have a look at that as well. Alright, Enki and how it all happened, how it all went down. Alright, so anyway, that's about all I've got for you right now, and I hope you really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed spending time with you guys. If you have any comments, drop them in the comments box down below, and if you'd like to, come and join us in our Telegram chat group, Telegram page, where all the starseeds, way showers and light workers are hanging out and sharing amazing information. Then there's a link in the description box down below. Just tap on that and you're in the house. Alright guys, and go and check out all your soul brothers and soul sisters and what they're sharing. And also you can actually interact with one another. You can actually also video call each other. So yeah, you can actually do that. If you wish to go and video call each other in our Telegram chat group, you can do that. If you like to have a one-on-one Zoom with each other, you can do that as well. Or you can have a group, get together as a group, right? And video chat with one another. And you don't even have to see each other. You can be just talking to each other and hear each other's voices. Everybody is real. Everybody is real in our chat group, so go check it out. You're more than welcome. The link is in the description box down below there. And there's also 2 links down in the description box, to meditations if you feel the need to do a meditation and everything. Also remember, please go and hug some trees. Alright guys, go and hug some trees, go out in beautiful nature, do some meditation out in beautiful nature if it's a beautiful day, right? If it's way too hot, then yeah, you might want to stay at home and put the fans on, and yeah, so you're nice and comfortable. Alright guys, I love you so much. I've got to head out now, but thank you for being here. If you like this video, please rock that like, subscribe and share for your girl. And if you like this video, I appreciate all subscribers, everybody who shares and everyone who watches. I love you so much. I will see you guys on the next video. Thank you so much. And yes, also, do your own research and own homework, you guys. Alright. See you on the next video. Radiant out. I love you. Mwah. Have a beautiful day. Bye. Bye, guys.